Hello, welcome back, my body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and welcome to the Jesus Enrique Rosas Show, episode number 92. I know the best way to support my channel and my videos is to like and subscribe. That's easy. So just click in two buttons. Let's like and subscribe. That's it. We are live through YouTube, Rumble, and on X, and you will be able to listen and download as well on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and every single place that you can get your podcast on. And remember to download my 100 body language tips in the description of this video, and you will be also subscribed to my awesome emails that I haven't sent in a while, but I send them like every once in a blue moon. But when I send them, I mean them. It's from the bottom of my heart. But you will get them. You will eventually get them, for those who are subscribed. Usually, I should write about these topics that we talk every day more often. And of course, most important, the heart and soul of this show, which is the live chat, which is in the house. Every single one is in the house. All our common sense crusaders are in the chat. Remember that any comments that I keep my eye on, I'm going to keep my eye on your comments. If you have a nice comment, I'm going to highlight it. And maybe we can spark a conversation from there. Super chats are welcome, and I will read them at the end of this show. And we are ready to begin. We're going to be having a very intense show today. Let me see what are we beginning with. We started with some three very short. Let me see. Inspector, I'm not gonna do this and this. I was doing some editing. That's why you see this. This is all over the place. I hadn't fixed this. All right, much better. But it so happens that in the UK they absolutely want to make a point. They absolutely want to make a point, and I don't. Why you don't? Or okay, now I have it, my correct feedback. They absolutely want to make a point that Elon Musk is a bellend, so they are buying, actual billboards that say Elon Musk is a bellend. He literally lives rent-free in the heads of British. Everyone hates Elon activists, so they have decided to, literally buy billboards that say this. Again, it's like maybe it's because he's a billionaire, maybe it's because he's gonna make profits of it's Elon Musk. He's gonna make profits of anything. But I think this is a bit silly. This is something that you might as well either ignore the guy or just try to, take the best of what he does and apply that for you. But doing this, it's not the good vibe. You're not gonna go anywhere with that. But even this is rather silly. It's rather naive. It's nothing out of the ordinary compared to this. I don't want to mention this account much. I just want to say that this woman, Emma Vigeland, was literally laughing at 19-year-old Peyton McNabb was severely injured by a man during a volleyball game, left with a traumatic brain injury after he spiked the ball against her head. And this liberal white lady was laughing at that. Now, I need to pause my notifications because my X notifications at this moment of the day are usually on fire. But I'm keeping an eye on my X Pro dashboard. I had to find out. Let me just out of curiosity. Let me see who she is. Let me see who she is. And I just clicked on her profile and I noticed, oh, right, I have blocked her. I sincerely have no idea why I blocked her. But usually that has happened. Maybe I have banned you on my YouTube channel, or I have blocked you on Twitter. If I have blocked you or banned you in any way, it was for a reason. Maybe I don't remember the reason. Most probably I don't remember about you or the reason why I blocked you. But if I see that I blocked you, that was absolutely justified. I made sure, that's something that I did this time after seeing that she is kind of a demon, all right. I made sure to unblock her, make sure to see who are, in this case, the guys who are beside her, and what is her show, and what is the I don't know, the company that hosts her show, and block every single one of them. But yeah, guilty by association. They're just a bunch of liberals. And you might be thinking, and I was thinking about that today. You know, they are like podcasts like Joe Rogan, or most notably Lex Fridman. I still don't know what is the appeal of Lex Fridman. I mean, the guy is as boring as watching paint dry. And most important, he defines himself as a centrist. That's kind of ironic that this super libtard Destiny, maybe you know, have heard about him, called him out, and he literally called him to his face that centrist, anybody that identifies himself as centrist, are just spineless cowards. I mean, this is the first time. I think that has been the only time that I have agreed to anything that Destiny said, because that is essentially true. If you identify, oh, I am a centrist, I have an open mind. No, you are a spineless coward. I 100% agree with Destiny on that. I couldn't believe I'm saying that, but here we are. And at some point I said, all right, maybe you remember that I wanted to do some kind of interviews, and it would be a bit boring if every single person was thought was the same thinking or the same common sense as me. I mean, we should have some debate. We were talking about Gavin Newsom's first podcast with Charlie Kirk. By the way, I got news for you regarding that. And I thought, for example, I was thinking of Konstantin Kisin. I respect Konstantin in many ways. Like, the guy is a solid thinker. I share a lot of his opinions. We come from, let's say, similar backgrounds. Maybe my background started nice, then it went full communist, and he went like full communist, and then he went out of that. Well, whatever. But I remember that in his podcast, his interviews, Trigonometry, I have recommended his interviews on more than one occasion. I remember that he interviewed Stephen Fry. And I've always admired Stephen Fry from, as a comedian perspective. I've enjoyed some of his skits a lot. I laughed a lot with Stephen Fry. But when you listen to the political opinions of Stephen Fry, you see that, let's say that 40%, I'm gonna be fair, 40% of what he says is nonsense. Like, I mean, you are from this, you are not affected by anything of what you're speaking. You're essentially speaking nonsense. And what bothers me the most is that Konstantin doesn't push back. Okay, he doesn't press on his guests. All right, it's just a conversation, which makes me think. This is something. All of the things that I've thought about my show and my channel. Hey, wait a second. If you have somebody who has, let's imagine for a minute that I have Emma Vigeland on my show. I'm interviewing her, Like, it's like Piers Morgan sometimes has people just to steer controversy. And I know that this woman laughed at a girl being injured by a man in a volleyball match. And, as just a matter of principles, how can I give her a platform in the first place if what she stands for, whatever she stands for, this is not about free speech? Oh, I'm a free speech absolutist. I want to have anyone on my show. No, wait a second. Because this is as simple as this. If you have anyone in your channel, in your show, interview, in your podcast, it is sort of an endorsement. Even if I don't agree with their views, it's like whatever Gavin Newsom is doing, and I'm going to talk about Gavin Newsom in a minute. No, that couldn't work like that. That couldn't work like that. Oh, Jesus, and you are not a free speech. No, I defend free speech. But one thing is I defend your right to do whatever stupidity you say. But another thing is having AOC on my show or something like that. It's as in, well, hey, having AOC in my show would be fun, not gonna lie. But having actual demons, I don't know. I think that is bad juju. I think that is bad juju. That's what I tell you, that many people that have podcasts have no other options than invite anybody who can say yes, because at some point you're gonna run out of guests, and then you're gonna look for them anywhere. Big problem if your stake is interviews and you're gonna interview anybody. And that's why Lex Fridman has to say, oh, I am a centrist. Yeah, because if the moment that you hold an opinion like he did one of these like 5 days ago, according to in regards to Zelensky, and he had to backpedal in 2 hours and apologize, is because, well, you have to appeal to both camps. You have to appeal to both camps, and I don't know. That is not my thing. That is not my thing. It's like if you have a common sense take, if you have announced, if you have say something that can make sense, as Destiny said, if you identify as a centrist in this era, you are a spineless coward. If you could identify as a centrist 20 years ago was no big deal. 30 years ago, 40 years ago, no big deal. Nowadays, you're a spineless coward. So, okay, I can take that from him, but that's it. Okay, that's it. So, just food for thought. At the same time, not every time Democrats suck. You remember, is this the little sign? Not every time Democrats suck, because you remember that we were discussing that no Democrat stood up for DJ Daniel, the 13-year-old boy who was, well, the most wholesome moment of Trump's address to Congress. But I was wrong. There was one Democrat who not only clapped but stood up. And, well, I'm happy to correct myself. In this case, thanks to Nick Sortor, I want to give a shout out to Democrat Representative Laura Gillen. She was the sole Democrat who stood up and clapped a 13-year-old cancer patient. DJ Daniel was being honored by President Trump and Director Curran. Thank you, Representative Laura Gillen. To the rest of the Democrat Party, shame on you. Sometimes you can you can redeem some people. You can redeem some people from the group. But sometimes, and we need to, before we talk about, we're going to be talking today about Amy Coney Barrett. We're going to be talking about Gavin Newsom. We're going to be talking about, well, how Europe definitely wants war, and a couple topics. But before we start with that, we need to address a topic, and let's say the future of Democrats. We need to talk about the future of Democrats. The right stuff about Umbra. These are the thought leaders of the Democrat Party. Let that sink in. I mean, these are just a few of them. And in fact, this has nothing to do how they look. If they were behind a dry wall and just listening to what they're saying, only their nonsense, the nonsense that comes out of their mouth, you could judge them by that. And in this moment, I want to address the most insane things that have happened with Democrats in the past 24 hours. Because for some reason, after Trump spoke, they became so unhinged. Well, you're not going to believe it. The first one is this guy, Cory Booker, that for some reason this influencer that you can see is a soy boy. It's very easy to see that this guy doesn't eat meat, that he doesn't lift weights, that he could take vitamin B shots. And for some reason, Cory Booker, this guy, sorry for the jump scare, New Jersey Senator Cory Booker, he voted no on the Protection of Women and Girls in the Sports Act. He is comfortable allowing men in women's bathrooms and locker rooms. He proudly voted against women's rights as every other Democrat. Cory Booker is disgusting. He was doing this. I'm going to play the video. So you see that he was like looking for kind of tickles or something. No, I'm going to play that again. For playing it in slow motion, the little guy is trying to go away, and for some reason, Cory Booker is looking too friendly. Yeah, that is Harry Season's buddy. I just know Harry Season. I thought that this was Harry Season by a second. Obviously, it's not, but all of them look the same. It's like the Harry Season. What was the name of the other guy? The one who was named something. It's like he goes right next to him, okay, and the little guy lowers his head like ashamed and drives his face back, like he's visibly uncomfortable. Like his first reaction is leaning back and turning his head away. Notice that. And he takes a step back. And once he takes a step back, notice that Booker's still holding his arm. Notice that, okay? It's very noticeable in the ear. Then Booker brings him close to him and does this. I mean, can you imagine how uncomfortable? Can you imagine how uncomfortable? I mean, I don't care if this guy is a libtard as well. That nobody should be in this position. And he tries to walk away, and Booker goes right next to him. And I don't want to. I could say that there must be a body language technical way of calling this, but Booker was basically humping the guy. I mean, why? Yeah, it's like he was sniffing him. He was going full Biden on the guy, but Biden was slower. Like Booker was a bit more rough, let's say. So this is the kind of things that I'm telling you. Are these people? If these people behave like this in public, my question is, how do they behave when the cameras are not rolling? You see, the guy is trying to get away, and Booker is not allowing him. And this hand that you see here is from this guy who is doing a kind of a protective gesture. He's protecting his chest. It's like he doesn't know what to do, because Booker is essentially overpowering him. And yeah, this is full dry humping. Yeah, Biden 2.0, the bald Biden. Yeah, and then he releases him. Oh yeah, it's just a joke. Let's shake hands. No, man. No. This is so terrific in many ways. But I would say I need to fix a couple of things in here. I forgot to fix the audio, just in case you don't you don't lose your hearing. Okay, we're already here to move on to the next part, which is this. Oh my God. Trigger warning, purple hair Representative Rosa DeLauro. This is her reaction to Trump's speech, who along with her fellow Democrats refused to stand and clap for a boy with brain cancer, says that Trump's speech was vengeful instead of being lifting. I don't know. I think that the best part was Trump saying that this was the golden era of America, but I think the most disturbing, I don't know if this is her studio or something, but the background looks disturbing enough, especially that kind of Mickey Mouse, Chucky crossover in the background. But whatever. Let's hear this lady. My God, this is what the things that you have to do for a show.
I was really stunned that the election was fought over the cost of living, and families who live paycheck to paycheck, concerned about whether or not they were going to be able to pay their bills.
I mean, I just have a question. I have a question of how does she select what to, I would say what to dress for that day, but the right verb would be what to throw over herself, because it's like there was like this, I don't know, clothes fight. It's like she entered Ross Dress for Less. You remember Ross if you're from the United States? And I remember Ross like 20 years ago. That was still civilized. Nowadays, Ross is like you enter Ross and you get out exactly like this. Okay, it's like the usual. Yeah, that's how she looks. That's how she looks. She entered Ross on the a big time. I don't know how to say that.
Be able to pay for their health care, in some cases even putting food on the table. And the address tonight didn't address any of those issues about cost of living and the fact that people live paycheck to paycheck and what we ought to be doing.
Hey, do you think that I don't know, maybe having 30 days, 35 days in office is enough to just fix the previous 4 years? I know that is the usual, politician speech, but it's still true. It's that you cannot fix that like from 1 month to the other. It would be just magical. You got to fix the border from one day to the other. The economy, it's a bit. Is she at goodwill? Good one, Castellano. Good one. Is she at goodwill? No. This absolutely looks like she was at some kind of clothes fight.
And the Congress is to make sure that we are helping people to secure an economic future for themselves and their families. I found the speech to be vengeful, revengeful, and instead of being lifting the hopes and the aspirations of people of the United States, of how we move forward as the great nation that we are.
I don't know if we heard the same speech. I want to think that we didn't.
What the vision for our future was. It devolved into just vindictiveness and self-adulation on behalf of Donald Trump. It did not address the issue of unchecked billionaires like his friend, ally, and Elon Musk.
I mean, I sometimes have trouble organizing my thoughts, but she is like she's in office, let's say, and she cannot organize her thoughts, and whatever she says is it's not even word salad. If word salad would be nice, but it's not even word salad. It's like she starts a sentence and the end of the sentence doesn't connect with the next one. So yeah, I'm going to be this mean. I don't care. This doesn't make sense.
It was not a speech befitting a great world leader or a great president of the United States.
Ma'am, I couldn't say, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but you make Kamala look brilliant. You definitely make Kamala look brilliant. Even Biden looks and sounds better than you. This is incredible. This is incredible. Oh no, this one, I forgot this. Breaking female, thank you, Don Blucher. Breaking female Democrat politicians uploaded what is being called the cringiest video of the year. In this video, Congresswomen AOC, Lauren Underwood, Catherine Clark, Judy Chu, Jasmine Crockett, and Susie Lee can be seen imitating what appears to be Marvel, Avengers, or possibly a Street Fighter game character selection screen. And you know, when you are fighting games, I don't know if you have played fighting games, I'm 100% sure that these women have not played fighting games and they want to look like a I feel really embarrassed. I watched this like 10 times, and every single time I grew like smaller and almost went under my desk because this was so cringe to watch. I don't understand. Do they want to appeal? And why does AOC look like she's at some kind of, I don't know, brothel or something? It's just like, this is only lacking a red light. Where are you, AOC? What is this? Oh yeah, you have to say that you are youngest woman and Latina to be elected to the House because yeah, you have to go there, of course. I don't know if they think they are going to reach out younger people with this. This is oh my. Some of them, I know that some of them had trouble doing that little jump at the beginning. No, please, no. This comment was the best. What the F is wrong with these people? They are acting like what they think kids like. I'll give them some slack since they aren't typically around children that aren't in chains. Oh, that was savage. And oh, this was another. I mean, these days are, you know, the memories. Never forget, the Democrats did not stand for this warrior, 13-year-old warrior, but you know what they did for the other guy that I'm not going to name because fuck you, fuck all his legacy. That was nonsense, absolutely nonsense. Fuck it, in every single way. And we have enough for today, right? Should I show you this? This one I cannot show you with music, but because this will 100% trigger the YouTube copyright system. Well, the State of the Disunion will begin shortly. I'm going to be in attendance. At least this was before the reaction. And Jasmine Crockett, we already know that Jasmine is going to be a star in the following years. And some people are saying, oh, is she appealing to target that the Republicans are not reaching? That could be dangerous. I'm going to tell you something. Yeah, she's appealing to a target audience, a very specific target audience. And I'm going to tell you one thing. That target audience usually doesn't vote. It's not going to... It's not voting. They couldn't care less about voting. I'm just gonna leave it right there. I'm not gonna torture you more. Enough torture for today. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Sorry, I had to do this. This was horrible. I need to. How can I put all this on the same? I don't know, in the same in the same spot. But no, terrible. And that has to do with what we are going to say about Gavin Newsom, because you can imagine that Gavin Newsom, I'm not going to spoil what I'm going to say about Gavin Newsom, but imagine Gavin Newsom knowing that he's, you know, kind of related to all these people. What do you think that Gavin Newsom would do? Well, let's find out. But first, we need to talk about Amy Coney Barrett, that people like James William are saying, Amy Coney Barrett just voted with the left again in a nonsensical ruling upholding Judge Eli's ruling to force Trump to release $2 billion in foreign aid. You know that already. They say, well, whatever USAID is doing is pure insanity. This must be stopped like right now. And ultimately, Amy Coney Barrett sided with the libtards that still want to give money abroad. They want to, the money from taxpayers, hardworking taxpayers. They want to give it for free abroad with their agendas. You know that all that is woke and woke, the woke agenda. The woke agenda. Yes, Trump appointed her. There was to make things more interesting. I want to be clear. It's not that if Trump appoints you, you absolutely need to be like, you have your hands tied, you have to do whatever Trump says. That is not how we roll in here. We are not Trump's, what is that word? Sycophants, right? I forgot how to say it. I know how to write it, don't remember how to say it. But no, we are the common sense crusaders, and when we see something wrong, we call that out. But in this case, it's wrong, whatever was happening with the USAID. So yes, it's at least let's freeze whatever is happening until there is an investigation. No, you cannot freeze that, says this lady. She's either compromised, a fraud, or suffering from severe TDS. She is a disgrace. Activists don't belong in the judicial system. And we're going to see a clip in which her body language when Trump was arriving in Congress, was not the best. But first, just to further context, foreign aid ruling. The Supreme Court rejected President Trump's emergency request to freeze nearly $2 billion in foreign aid on Wednesday morning, saying a lower court judge should clarify what obligations the government must fulfill, as in, we're going to freeze them until we investigate. No, nobody has said that they're going to be just suspended and erased, deleted. No, let's freeze them until we do an investigation on this. Okay, that seems reasonable. No, Chief Justice John G. Roberts Jr. and Justice Amy Coney Barrett joined the three liberal justices in a 5-4 vote. The case focuses on the U.S. Agency for International Development and Aid the administration halted on Mr. Trump's first day in office. Yeah, this is something that people are saying. As Eric Dougherty says, she is a big problem. And, we already were talking about this kind of people earlier. But now let's watch the video. I tweeted that on my X account. Remember to follow me on X. Amy Coney Barrett can't hide her body language of contempt as Trump passes by. I'm going to play this frame by frame. It's easier to see this way. Let me see, make sure that you see the whole frame without any clipping. And there is Trump looking at her, and she is kind of greeting him. See, her face so far is quite neutral. Not gonna make any more observations about that. But as soon as Trump moves forward, he's saying something to her. He is saying something to her, and you notice something about her. I immediately notice that she's looking at him, but she's just moving her eyes, following him. She's not moving her head. Moving one's head is important to see that, you're paying attention to the person. Look at this. Look at her eyes. Her eyes are moving, okay? Like he's still talking to her. Her eyes are moving, but her head is not addressing Trump. It's not moving. And she's also trying to smile, but this is not a smile by any means. You know that we have studied smiles here, genuine smiles, that we smile first and foremost with our eyes, but not even with the lips. She's not even trying to fake it with her lips. That is not a smile in any way. And when Trump moves forward, then she drops the facade and he begins to greet Kavanaugh, and you see that her face, I don't know, I'm gonna let you judge. Sometimes I can understand one has limited quality on the video. You cannot see clearly what is going on. Maybe there's artifacts. Maybe the compression cannot help you discern a facial expression, especially when the facial expressions can be so subtle, and especially when you don't have a close-up of the person. So I'm going to say it. At this moment, I had my doubts about her, but then you see that it changes, okay? I'm going to turn back in time. Okay, she looks okay, I guess. She still looks okay. Her expression looks okay. Pay attention to this. And pay attention how it changes just a few frames, just 9 frames. Just 9 frames, and this is her actual facial expression. That's the actual facial expression when she's looking at Trump. When she's sure that Trump is not looking at her, and she keeps that expression for 1 full second. You tell me, is this nice expression? Is this something that you would say is almost hostility? It's not like Kavanaugh has a relaxed face, it's completely different. But there's tension in there. There's hostility in there. And then she turns away. I think that she swallows the quality of the video. Yeah, I would say that in spite of the quality of the video, I could say that she absolutely swallows at that moment and then closes her eyes dramatically, and she completely changes her expression. Well, I wouldn't say that she completely changes her expression, and then presses her lips at the very end. All right, let's watch that progression again. Let's watch that progression. From here, she's looking at him with that expression, turns around, swallows, and closes her eyes dramatically. Oh my God, I don't know. I could be, treating her. I could be so too hard on her, but there's so many signals: the lip pressing, the way that she did not follow Trump with her head. There are too many signals in there. Too many signals. And this is the thing. Other opinions. Amy Coney Barrett strikes again, proving she was a terrible choice for SCOTUS. This is from Lucky McGee. A lower circuit district judge had blocked President Trump's freeze on foreign aid, and she voted with Roberts and the other Lib justices to release the funds. She has been such a disappointment. Essentially, the Supreme Court just ruled that a district court judge has more power than the president. So, well, that is where we stand now. Some people were making some kind of, I don't know what is your opinion. Now that we were talking about Amy Coney Barrett, I don't know, that has nothing to do with her. But, oh, by the way, this is another clip. This is important. I forgot that there was another clip. Thank you, Real Trump Mafia. Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett hates President Trump and hates everything he's doing. Just look at her. You think she was a CNN anchor. And yeah, it's like you see that Trump was at his speech. Okay. People were clapping. I'm going to put the sound on. And look, she was looking away. Okay. Again, it's not that you're going to grab just one signal and you're going to say from this one signal, you're going to mute this. You're going to jump to conclusions, but you have so many signals like this as well, like she's looking away. It's something that I don't know. It's so suspicious, and you can see her facial expression in this one. This shot from Fox News was much easier to see her facial expression. I don't know. I don't know why some people. By the way, we're talking about betrayals and allegiances and loyalty. That is complex here because you don't want sheep, right? You want people that think for themselves. For some reason, people were drawing parallels with Nancy Mace, and I wanted to just mention this clip passingly here, thanks to Jack Posobiec. Incredible, Nancy Mace tried to use the claw on Trump and he defeated it. This was another body language moment from the night. Again, I thought that Nancy Mace is one of the quote-unquote good guys. It's so many things that I don't know about this game, but for some reason, she tried to do what looks like the Markle claw on Trump. She goes for the hug. She goes for the Markle stuff. Trump gives his hand, like, I'm gonna shake your hand. I'm gonna shake your hand. I'm not gonna do anything beyond shaking your hand. She's gone for the hug. I'm going to hug you because we are so close. And then Trump does this, okay, blocks the hug with his left hand and ultimately pushes her hand away. So this was interesting to watch. I completely missed that stuff until Jack pointed that out. Yes, no, you're gonna hug me. We can shake hands if you want. We can shake hands if you want. There was another angle. See, people were saying, "Oh yeah, Amy Coney Barrett is like Nancy Mace." I thought Nancy Mace was to trust. But I don't know. Maybe I still don't know enough about the game. I'm way too new in here. She goes for the hug. I want to hug you. Yeah, you could say she's so white and she got so much jewelry on her left hand. You would say that this was Meghan Markle 100%. If you said this was Meghan Markle, I would believe you. This is Meghan. This is white and a lot of jewelry on her left hand. Yeah, it's 100% Meghan. And she's like kind of dressed in white. And then whoosh, the block. No hug. No hug. No hug. We don't want that. We don't do that here. And for some reason, I just wanted to mention this just in case you have some idea. What does that mean? Oh, what does that mean? Oh, well, and I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. So, is there a problem with in the live chat? What's going on with the live chat? Tell me, is something happening in the live chat that I need to address before I move on to the next topic? The next topic is war, by the way. Let me see. The live chat is doing fine. I thought that there was some kind of conflict or something. The next topic is a bit concerning. Bit concerning is an understatement, but we are at the edge. It seems that Europe really wants war. It seems that Europe really wants war. Let me see if that's the next topic. Is that the next topic? We have theirs. Well, before we move into international waters, I want to talk about. I need to address something else. Let's keep on topic today. Today's gonna be. Let me see. Where are we? That's the next topic. I told you. Oh my God. the Harry, oh my God. The Harry, oh my God. Let me see. You know, I told you that we needed to expose all those elements that for some reason after Trump won have decided to jump ship or do a 180. We have Mark Zuckerberg, we have Jeff Bezos, we have we have journalists that want to make it seem like Jack Tapper. So many people that all of a sudden they want to leave all this Democrat and libtard nonsense behind. And one of them is Gavin Newsom. He wants to make it seem, that is important. He wants to make it seem like he wants to, I'm going to hang out with all voices. We were talking about that earlier, right? That was important to talk about that. Eric Doherty, California Governor Gavin Newsom is running for president in 2028. But he has to do something about that because, man, you are a white male. And unless you are Pete Buttigieg, if you know what I mean, you have no chance. You have zero chance. So on a podcast with Charlie Kirk, he said he views men competing against women in sports as unfair. Oh! So the guy, this time, now wants to say the kind of things. Why didn't he say that while Biden was in office? It would have been interesting if he said anything about that while Biden was in office, but he didn't. He's going to try and be a moderate in 2028. He's pretending to break with the left wing. Now, that's the reason why, before we address his intentions, that's the reason why he has started a podcast when he was all voices, and listen to everybody because he has an open mind and stuff. I'm going to share with you, I think I have that meme right here. I'm going to share with you one of my, a meme, and a not so obscure meme of one of my favorite movies. But yeah, don't believe his lies. Remember the sentence. Don't believe his lie. This meme this screenshot from this movie could apply to so many things. But new Colin Rugg, California Governor Gavin Newsom tells Charlie Kirk that his son is a massive Charlie Kirk fan. What? Let me see. Do we have captions in here? No, let's generate the captions. And while we generate the captions, the thing is that what I see is that he says that, it's like the left is saying that we need, a left-leaning Joe Rogan, right? When Joe Rogan was a liberal from the beginning, has always been a liberal. And it's like they are trying to, or at least Gavin Newsom is trying to have this kind of platform to, rebrand himself. Don't believe the lies. Let's watch this.
Last night, trying to put my son to bed, he's like, no, Dad, what time? What time's Charlie going to be here? What time? And I'm like, dude, you're in school tomorrow. He's 13. He's like, no. This morning, wakes up at 6 something. He's like, I'm coming. I'm like, he literally would not leave the house.
Did you let him take off school?
No, he didn't. Of course not. He's not here for a good reason. But the point is,
you canceled school for like 2 years. One day.
The point is the point, which is you are making a damn dent.
Thank you. I'm kidding.
When you go to these college campuses, I love watching your TikTok, which is next level. And clearly that's expressed by my 13-year-old son.
I want to meet this guy.
Yeah, I actually...
He's coming to a Turning Point event this summer, Tampa, Florida, Student Action Summit.
I actually am by the way, if you
should be concerned.
But so let me say, here is why I'm concerned, because you have expressed that I should be concerned as a Democrat, that we're getting clobbered.
Okay. Yes.
That you've figured something out.
It's not me. The president first deserves.
No, Gavin already knows that they are getting clobbered, and that's why he's doing this.
Deserves the credit.
But why? No, hold on. You were at this before Trump was Trump.
I know, but
he was a Democrat back in 2011 and 12.
The president deserves huge credit, and I just have to say that as an obligatory thing, because without him, our movement would be small. And you can appreciate that in politics. You have to appreciate the person who is the catalyst.
For you, that's what you sort of attached an identity with.
It was also just the catalyst. It was a cultural moment.
Okay, this is interesting, right? Because I don't know if for some reason a person like Gavin Newsom invited me to his podcast. Maybe I would have fun and attend his podcast. Because I will go with common sense, right? What is going to happen with me? I wouldn't have to defend any crazy stances, because you know that every single thing that I say here on my show is because I mean it. So and I always lead with common sense, or at least I try to do that. But he absolutely knows, he 100% knows that the Democratic Party is done, it's destroyed, has been completely destroyed. And it's not going to, with examples that we saw earlier, it's not going to win at least any presidential elections anytime soon. Let's see the midterms. There's still many people that have a Trump derangement syndrome. There's still much work to do. But if the Democrats keep with the same, let's say, policies, especially the transgender issues, and as he says, that he's against men in women's sports, then he knows that they're gonna get wrecked. Now, the problem I see that with Gavin is the following: is the same problem that was with RFK Jr. had. Is that you're a Democrat, you're essentially a Democrat. Are you going to run as a Democrat, trying to be a sane Democrat? I think that would be the best, your best chance at this. But again, you're a white man, so the only way a white man could win this, I mean Biden, is because Biden was the perfect puppet. Biden was essentially the perfect puppet. It was the Obama third term. Okay, but no, Gavin Newsom is not going to be Obama's fourth term. That's not going to work. So no, Gavin, you have no chance. He has seen the writing on the wall. He has seen all the insanity of the Democrat Party. And he said, the only thing that I can do is to change my stance. And the problem is that by changing your stance and not going with the group of Democrats are essentially going to kick you out. Are going to kick you out like they kicked out Bernie Sanders. Not literally kicked him out, but you know what they did to Bernie Sanders. Are going to, it's like kind of a soft, a passive-aggressive ostracizing, like you're gonna be the one. We need a woman. We're gonna try for a woman president a third time, three times a charm. And what they did to RFK Jr., like essentially you're literally out. You're not going to appear in any mainstream media. You're not going to have any kind of security. You're not going to have anything. Okay, we're gonna sideline you. That's what's going to happen to him. Now, I want to think that whoever is on the other side, the Republican Party, will not fall in the trap of saying, oh, Gavin Newsom is going to be, oh, come, you're now one of us. No, I'm going to repeat this again because it's the only approach. For those who have been part of the Democrat Party, for those who have been part of the mainstream media, for those who have pushed the insane narratives of the Democrats, there must be a waiting period of at least 10 years. 10 years in which we have to ridicule them. We have to meme them into oblivion. We have to ostracize them. And we have to make their political and professional life, well, let's say, a bit harsh. I don't want to get into trouble with them. My attorneys have told me that try to not go with those threats, but you know what I mean. At least make fun of them. You have to make fun of them, not take them seriously. If after 10 years of saying, oh yeah, now I'm a common sense guy, blah blah blah, you still are pressing on that and still supporting the common sense. Supporting common sense, then people can give you a chance. But whoever gives these tools, these snakes, because a tool is somebody who is an idiot. No, these are snakes. Whoever gives these snakes a chance is a fool. It's that simple. So no, Gavin Newsom 100% has seen the writing on the wall, has realized that his political career is kaput unless he does a full 180 on these topics. And these topics, well, are you going to see? You saw the Democrats in Congress while Trump was speaking. Well, they were working like this homogeneous mass of sheep, all doing the exact same thing. Okay, we are not. There are no dissenting opinions. No, we are going to act like, essentially like a cult. In many ways, a party, you could say, the Republicans also act like a cult. But I got to ask you once again. It is not a cult if everybody agrees on something that is common sense. It is not a cult if everybody agrees and that there are only two genders or sexes, we say, because genders is not the right term, right? It's just only man and woman. It's that simple. It's that simple. That is not being a cult. A cult is trying to push the gender craze onto millions of people and onto children. That is a cult. So if you are against morals and ethics, then you are the problem. And people like Gavin Newsom say that, this is all nice, but I need to, I want to move on with my career, whatever is left of it, when he is no longer a governor of California. And if he really has presidential intentions, I'm 100% sure, not even 99, no, 100% sure that he has zero chance as a Democrat. There's so many, they're gonna look for a woman, literally. And I've told Democrats, if you don't have a black woman as your candidate, you are all bigots. They're all bigots. And I'm going to call you out. You're all bigots if you don't have a black woman as your candidate. So that's the only reason why Gavin is going through all this trouble of doing a podcast and inviting Charlie Kirk of my son. Before I take my son to bed, he tells me that he wants to listen to your show, whatever. Yeah, that absolutely sounds. I always mention Meghan. Oh, you have an obsession with Meghan. No, it's because Meghan is basically the reference. Meghan is the reference. Meghan was talking in the Drew Barrymore show about taking her kids to bed, like with a recording or something like that. You can watch that on the Royal Road. That makes no sense. And it's the same. You see the same patterns. We can have like the same template, the Meghan stuff, the Meghan template. It's very easy. And Gavin Newsom is doing that, changing the narrative. How many times these people want to change the narrative? Well, enough times to keep afloat. And we have to be there to, at the very least, call them out, and most important, make fun of them. I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. So we have one more topic. Let's move forward on our next topic. It's like I spent maybe too much time at the beginning. I'm gonna be making this shows a bit 1 hour, just a bit over 1 hour. Because it's much more sustainable for me, and we can keep this much more interesting, especially in the term of keeping these shows under 1 hour helps me also develop other body language analysis, because I still owe you the body language analysis of Keir Starmer with Donald Trump. And the only way to have time for those analyses is to make these shows quicker. And at the same time, if these shows are 1 hour, just a bit over 1 hour, then whatever happens after the show ends, because, well, we have breaking news and we have breaking videos that could be analyzed, then I will have time and energy to analyze an upcoming video at night, right? So everybody wins. Everybody wins. So all right, wait a second. I need to add something to my bookmarks. All right. So this is going to be a shorter one. It so happens that Europe is hell-bent on, well, waging a war against Russia. You know that Zelensky, for the upteenth time, had said that he has agreed to sit down at the negotiations with the United States. He finally agreed. I told them, send him the documents via FedEx, sign them. Donald Trump said that he received a letter from Zelensky. He said that during his speech to Congress, that Zelensky was willing to sit down, that peace was right there. They just had to sit down and, well, get to an agreement, agree to a ceasefire. It seems that Putin was also willing to sign the ceasefire, and Putin at the same time was, according to Donald Trump himself, was instrumental into negotiations with Iran. So all the pieces were finally falling into place. Zelensky had folded. It took a few days, but he folded at the end. But now we have this breaking. French President Macron addressed all Europeans to prepare for war with Russia. And I said, what happened? What happened? What happened with peace? This was broadcast live across the continent. Europe will not accept capitulation of Ukraine to Russia under the guise of peace negotiations. What are you talking about, man? Americans must decide whose side we are on. I think that everybody is on the side of peace and not killing each other. That is the most important thing. I think that is, again, one of the issues of these speeches is that Macron's speech is in French. Okay, we could have the translation, we could watch the clip. I don't know that we're gonna have the time to watch the clip, but still, it's a live translation. It's the captions of a live translation of a speech in French. But if what he said is true, and I'm pretty sure it is, Europe will not accept capitulation of Ukraine to Russia under the guise of peace negotiations. So you want war. So you literally want war. And he said that, well, they are willing to get the nukes out. I mean, this is quite crazy. And also, breaking, German Foreign Minister Baerbock gave an impassioned speech to prepare Germans for war with Russia. Okay, they literally want to do this. I mean, the moment America told them, well, you are on your own, you have to fund your own war, then Europe, let's say, they are so full of pride, all of a sudden, I would ask, Germans, my fellow Germans, all of a sudden you are so full of pride. You are, oh, how can the United States treat us like this? We're gonna wage this war ourselves. Where has all that pride been while you have been invaded and conquered, is my question. Nowhere to be found. There's nowhere to be found. So all of a sudden, we're not gonna let America treat us like this. We are gonna wage our own war. Go ahead. You're gonna send your natives, or no, not the immigrants, right? You're not gonna send the immigrants. You're gonna send your actual German boys to war, right? To the meat grinder. Be my guest, man. Be my guest. You are willing, and if they are willing to do so, again, and this is my recommendation. If you are in Germany, get out as soon as possible. I will not get tired of repeating. Get out of the country. Germany urges European nations to start mobilizing now and not wait for the formation of the incoming government in Germany under Chancellor Merz, expected in April. So, oh my God, this is not only Germany and France, but also Prime Minister of Denmark, Mette Frederiksen. Europe only has 2 months to make critical decisions to protect the continent from Russia, otherwise it will be too late. Well, send your soldiers. How many soldiers do you have? 10? 12? I don't know. And Poland. What's Poland? What's going on with... Are all these people going insane? Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk. Europe must enter. Must enter. I repeat, Europe must enter into an arms race with Russia and win it. My question is, yet again, I asked this question I don't know if it was yesterday or a few shows ago. Where was all this passion, all these years, while Biden was in office? Where was all this, we need to beat Russia at all costs. We need to wage war. What happened? What changed? Why now? It doesn't make sense. You're going to tell me if the timing is not sus. It's not such a coincidence that all this added to this after Trump told them that the United States is not gonna be paying for any security guarantees. He's gonna make sure that there is security because the United States is literally going to send Americans to drill in Ukrainian soil. And of course, those Americans have to feel safe, have to be safe. So that should be enough. It's like America has skin in the game. I don't think Donald Trump wants to send Americans to, be in a territory. It's going to be at any point that Putin is going to break the ceasefire and going to kill them, because that would be a cluster F in many ways. And yeah, the nukes are going to fly. At the same time, I say, what if, I've told you this before, what if these countries want to disguise all the troubles that are happening inside with an outside conflict? And so far everything was going, quite well, but confronted with the reality of Donald Trump bringing the actual cards to the table, then they're left with nothing. The war is about to end, and if Europe becomes more stable because of the Russia-Ukraine war ends, or at least if there's a ceasefire, that's going to be bad for them. Remember that chaos makes any country easier to control. And none of these world leaders want peace. It is more than obvious. We didn't have this. New from the Spiegel. Does Germany need the atomic bomb now? The future Black-Red coalition wants to massively upgrade the Bundeswehr. To deter Putin, Friedrich Merz is considering participating in an European nuclear umbrella. What a German contribution could look like. These people are insane. They went completely insane, and they are going to, I don't know. They are going to make a very costly mistake, very dangerous mistake, and let's hope that this could change in a matter of days. Maybe it's changing as we speak. Okay, maybe it's changing as we speak. But I will be there to report on this. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. So I really hope that we are not at the gates of something that could be really to regret. in many ways. And by the way, I got an amazing super chat. Where's the amazing super chat? I saw a super chat. I'm going to read the super chats now. Lucio Aquino, they need to go full Roblox to get young people. No, that AOC, many, I think that many of my viewers don't know what is Roblox, a game, and it's like, you can make your own games inside that game. Is very popular with kids. But, you know, that AOC at some point was playing, what was she playing? I don't know which game was she playing, and Team Wolf was playing. We were playing games, and it was so boring to watch. And Belomni, thank you for your amazing super chat. Bravo Zulu to your work. God bless. Thank you, Belomni. Really, Belomni. Thank you for your super chat. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. And we are close. We are close to the end of your show. Just wanted to tell you that we are. I will still be clipping these videos as a standalone topic so you can share them with your family. I will be making sure that we have not only the daily shows and, of course, the daily 3 or 4 topics. We had 4 topics today. But make sure that we have more body language analysis, because you have been asking for more body language analysis. And I was so pumped from that Zelensky body language analysis that I said, well, I have to make more of those, but those take more time. In fact, I couldn't do the show that day because it was on a Friday, so it was rather complicated. I wouldn't like to skip shows to make body language analysis, but in case if there's a emergent body language analysis, I will let you know. And on X, just make sure that you follow me in there. My body language buddies, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. And until we meet tomorrow in episode 93, remember the most important words: much love and bliss. Take care. Be safe. I love every single one of you. Bye-bye.